All right, I've got the farming, my farming version of Firebirds on at the moment. Um, I'm not exactly sure how I want this set up. Now, like I said, this is just farming, so I got things like this illusory boots on, which I normally would not have on. I got Kembo's gold on, which I normally would not have on. An angel ring. But I think the essence of how this is going to work is going to be pretty much the same. So I've got the furnace, Ashnagar, and the obsidian ring of the zodiac in here. This I don't know about. I don't know if I want to put that in there. The reason why is because I've got a lot of skills with cooldown. I almost don't want cooldown with these skills. I do reduction because although I need it for this, the fact is that this 1 second can go into any of them. As far as I know, it's random. So I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 skills with cooldown. It could go to any of them. And I want to use this sliver of terror. So I always want to have 3 or more skills on cooldown, so that my fire damage is 50%. And for that 12.5% reduced damage and increased reduced damage reduction and increased damage for each skill on cooldown. So this almost works against that concept. And I'd almost like to see if I could instead try to work in Captain Crimson.
I waited 1,500 years for this. Should I return to my slumber?
Which I might be able to do in my normal Greater Rift build, because then I'll have the boots here. I could put on Captain Crimson. I may not need this at all at that point. I was also thinking about the shoulders, the channeling shoulders, because now this is a channeling build. So now I've got Taiguk in there. I might want those shoulders of channeling. And I can put Ashnagar here. And that would free up a cube slot. But Ashnagar, all guilds is pretty good. 60% bonus damage, 45% damage reduction, more or less. So giving that up, I would need something equivalent to that. So I would need, okay, let's say the channeling shoulders, and then what would I put in the cube at that point? Well, in the cube, maybe, I don't even know if I would need this if I put on Captain Crimson. No, but what would I put? What would I put in the cube? The most difficult part. Oh, shut up. Where did I get shut them off? Most difficult part of this build is that you're not increasing skill damage. You are increasing. You want to increase the damage of your combustion stack time ignite damage. So you either want to increase your attack speed or your critical hit damage, maybe, or something like that. Your overall base damage. I don't know what versions of that there are. It's going to be close range, so I think entropy is going to be the way to go. I could go to a slow time, and I could probably change this over to slow time. Slow time gains the effect of every rune. Not huge. Could just say fire skill damage, I think. Let's see, fire 69, 89. So I could just go an extra 20% damage with Mage Fist. Once again, I don't know if that's... See, it would be basically these two, giving up Auguilds for these two. Just not worth it, I don't think. Probably not. Probably. I don't know. This, like I said, this is just a farming setup anyways, just so I can get the gold find. I don't really expect this particular version to be too much like what I'm gonna be doing. Wait 1 second.
One time, I miscast the charm spell, and Sister Lysa was fawning over me for a fortnight. It was mortifying. I
can't really even, I almost can't even entertain the idea though until I get the shoulders. Now I got 1,400 blood shards. Got some crafting materials so I can upgrade, but I also have one more trick up my sleeve. I got 2 versions of the helm and the gloves, but they're my gold find versions. If absolutely necessary, if I really feel like I really need to or want to change them up. Oh, wait a minute. I'm still missing something. Okay, I gotta go. I am missing something. I gotta put these on, even though they don't have the gold find. I gotta put those on because I gotta have. I've got the furnace in the cube, I've got to have the explosive blast offhand. Thought I had a gold find version of it. I probably did. I probably broke it down. Not that gold find is an issue at this point. Gotta have the explosive blast. I gotta be able to cast this as much as possible. This is gonna be my damage dealer while channeling. Furnace, Ashnagar, City and Ring of the Zodiac. I could entertain the idea of getting rid of the concept of cooldown. Yike. I'm just having trouble seeing how this is going to work. This is my damage dealer. I've got to be able to cast this frequently. Reduce the remaining cooldown of one of your skills by 1 second when you hit with a resource spending attack. Now I'm going to be doing that a lot. But I've got 4 skills on cooldown. I can't use that terror one. If I'm going to use the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac, I think it's going to be important that the explosive blast is the only skill with cooldown. Means I I'm probably just better off just sticking with the Shard of Hatred. Which is kind of good. It allows me to get to, you know, the next pylon faster.
Prophet did not mention what a boar
Which works into my bonus damage to elites. Alright, I'm gonna try it with this first. And I'm gonna go without cooldown skills if I can. Now eventually I won't have this Nagel ring here, but alright, so what skills then? One's without cooldown. So if we're thinking about, okay, so teleport is probably good. I just don't really need it there. Probably be the storm armor. Maybe just energy armor. Maybe just ice armor. Halo of Carini is really good, but you gotta be able to get away from the enemy. Let's go with that for now. Familiar for an extra 10% damage. So now I've only got a couple of different damage types. So now, hopefully, all of the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac is going to go into Explosive Blast. It should, unless I, for some reason, teleport, which hoping I won't do. And I'll just be spamming this while I am disintegrating. Let's go with a regular Nephilim Rift. I'm sure it's gonna do well here.
Enemies of the Nephilim surround you.
Do you see that enemy over there? Let us cleanse it from this land.
Defenses are nothing. Not ready yet. Still waiting. Your defenses are nothing.
Thing is, it doesn't seem to be doing a whole heck of a lot of damage. Oh, I know why. I'm gonna have...
I'm unstoppable.
Just realized I gotta be doing it for 1 second at least.
I'm so good, I astound myself.
I gotta be chaining for at least 1 second to get that. That death touch.
Need more time. Not ready yet. Your defenses are nothing.
A little tricky, just adjusting to how these keys are set up. Generally, I don't have teleport right here, so
Need more time. Your grave awaits.
a little tricky.
Still waiting. Need more time.
That's a bad sign. It's not going to work if I run out of arcane power. I've got to almost be able to spam that. That's not a good sign.
Your grave awaits. Still waiting.
The Rift Guardian is here.
Need more time.
Well,
I need to go back.
that's not promising. I've got to be able to just constantly be able to do that.
The blood runs true within you.
Could give up a little bit of damage from this. Or I think I previously mentioned, if I put this in the cube, I'd have to basically trade in Orgields for Captain Crimson. So I'd wear Captain Crimson, put this in my cube. I would need those shoulders back. Let me see if I can get those shoulders. I guess I've got to be able to spam this, I think. I've got to be able to just be able to hit that as often as I need. Captain Crimson, I'm definitely going to be giving up some power for this, but
Don't be
let's
shy.
try to get some of those, go get those Firebird
Do
shoulders.
come back again. See you soon. What a steal. Do come back again. Ooh, that's nice. Can I have it back? Let's see what happens, shall we? I didn't even know I had that thing. Well, isn't that nice? Do come back again.
Reduce all resource costs. Probably not the best thing, but if I do decide to go with Captain Crimson, that'll add to my defense. And increase the cooldown, that'll add to my offense. So 23, 28 with Captain Crimson. Oh, hopefully I got a good Ashnagar for this. Probably don't, do I? My lightning build didn't work out so well, so if I don't get a fire-based one, I could switch that over to fire. Looking like that's what I'm gonna have to do. Good enough for the moment. So I gave up 60 and 45, and I'm gaining 38, 43. So I shouldn't need that. So now I'll be able to spam that. Hopefully, continuously without needing to worry about running out of arcane power. Alright. Let's I was going to do a few puzzle rings, but maybe I don't need to. Hold up. Wait. Let's save this. Save this setup as my farming build for Firebirds. Well, I don't know. I mean, I see some potential, but honestly, I'm just not too thrilled about the whole idea personally, but I give it a shot. This whole point here was, I don't know. Whole idea was to just get a spam. I mean, this idea might have been really good even if I had just... Could I do it? I was thinking about cooldown. Getting 3 skills on cooldown. I couldn't do it with this idea though.
Should I return to my slumber?
Unless I got rid of, you know, storm armor. Cooldown, cooldown, and a cooldown. Oof. I'm just thinking this whole setup might have worked much better with that other legendary gem, with that other shard in boosting up my fire skills. It would have worked out much better than this. I probably ought to test that first. Because my Firebirds didn't do all that bad. This version of Firebirds did not do all that bad. Question is, could I get rid of storm armor? Let's say I went with diamond skin instead. What did I have there? Could even think about Compass Rose Traveler's Pledge if I end up taking too much. If I got rid of this and went Compass Rose Traveler's Pledge, I could get, theoretically, I think I could get rid of the storm armor and go with one with a cooldown. Ah, okay. So I had Halo of Karini. So if I got rid of Squirt's Necklace, Halo of Karini, I did have this in here. Oh, but I went with the Ring of Fire. Instead, I went with the 50% bonus damage to fire when I've got 3 skills on cooldown. Just have to make sure that I'm spamming those cooldown skills. I could even think about getting rid of the teleport. Teleport is nice, it's helpful, but I'll need that teleport. It's a channeling skill, so I'll be able to get rid of Bane of the Powerful. No, it's not a channeling. Well, of course, nothing with... Well, I could change that over to fire, couldn't I? Yeah, I already got a good cold-based one, don't I? So here, here, here. Yes, I'll definitely need that teleport then. 3 more skills on cooldown. Lightning fire damage increase. So let's just say I change this to diamond skin. 15 seconds. So between that, I'm hoping that between that and the getting rid of the squirty necklace, I might have enough defense. Ashnagar, Orb, Ring of Royal Grandeur. And now I also don't have to worry about hitting an enemy with storm armor, you know, a certain distance away. While moving, I'll have this. I'll have the defense from Compass Rose Traveler's Pledge. All of this basically for the sake of having this gem here. For an extra 50% fire skill damage. And of course I'll have an extra 12.5% damage from the extra skill on cooldown. I guess the question is whether or not I can keep, you know, 3 skills on cooldown all the time. That's gonna be the tricky part. See, but if I do it the other way, if I put in Death Wish, and I end up changing it to a more or less channeling build, then I can get rid of this Spectral Blades and put in another cooldown thingy. Slow time or something like that. That will greatly increase my chances of my being able to keep 3 skills on cooldown. Let's give it a try. Let's just, I'll go in with, alright. First of all, let's put these items back. Or at least put them here where okay, I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't want to accidentally break them down. That's the scary part. Accidentally breaking down. I have done that before. I got items in here, I do a greater rift, and I get done with a rift, and I stop breaking items down, and I realize all of a sudden, hey, wait a minute. I don't want to break that item down. That was one of my main items. That's not a good feeling. Alright. What about her? She'll go back to Weird Word, I guess. Unfortunately, her
A lovely piece.
Oculus Ring is probably going to be a little tough for me to jump into. Get rid of this cold damage. Good enough for now. Bonus damage to elites. It's only 68%. I guess that's the best one I can put in there. Really don't have much of anything else. Saint Archus, I can put Saint Archus. But I'm going to be gaining so much arcane power with my spectral blades. Shouldn't matter. Alright, let's try a 115. See how this works. I should at least be able to do a 115. Like I said, I did a 121 with it, with the blue gem, the blue shard in here.
Brave the rifts, and you will be well rewarded.
Oops. Get him. Too tough. Oh, you know what? My teleport.
Not ready yet. How does that feel?
I can't do it.
Still waiting. Heal me. Unstoppable. I am returning to town.
My teleport cooldown is coming back so fast because of the Firebirds. I can't maintain 3 cooldowns. I can't maintain 3 skills with cooldown. So I'm not gaining any benefit from my sliver of terror. This is 10%, but also gives me that shield. I can't give that up. Even though I'm not using Squirty. I think the only way that this Sliver of Terror can really be effective is if my cooldowns are fairly long. And so that way I can just continuously focus on the blades, the blades. And I can focus on 1, 2, maybe even 3, doing 3 different things at once, but go beyond that and I lose track of what's going on in the game. I lose track of where the enemy is. I'm not saying it can't work. Man, I just don't think I could give up this magic weapon. Give up teleport. Can I give up teleport? I don't know if I can give up teleport. I'll just be going super slow the whole game. No way to increase my movement speed. I don't know if I go through the whole rift going this slow, especially since there is so much advantage that I normally get from going after just the elites. It's like I want to get to the next elite and or the next pylon faster. Let's try it. Let's give this up. We'll go with Frost Nova. And that'll help out the critical hit situation too, I guess. Here we go. I'm gonna be running so slowly.
Done.
Are you ready? Then your trial begins.
Where is he?
Stop. Need more time.
Stupid things like that. It's so tough for me to keep track of. Fun. I know if I got him or not. Killed him? I think I killed him. And here's where I'm going to be missing my teleport. Stuck in all these little doorways.
Didn't see that. Not ready, did you? Still waiting. Not ready yet. Need more time. Still waiting. Need more time.
I gotta get teleport back, especially for maps like this where, you know, you're just gonna get stuck in these doorways.
Your grave awaits. Not ready yet.
Come on.
Need more time.
Ugh.
Not ready yet.
The Rift Guardian has found you.
Still waiting.
That's probably the only good thing about the whole rift is killing a Rift Guardian fairly easily. Other than that, I don't know. It's just not gonna work. I gotta have that teleport back, which means I'd have to give up my magic weapon.
If you have a gem of sufficient hello. Let's see what we can do.
I need to go back.
What am I doing?
Your trial is complete.
I can't take it. Look how slow I'm moving. was trying to see if I could just give up that magic weapon for teleport, but I don't think so. You know, that's kind of like going backwards. You're giving up that 10% damage plus the protective shield. Now, granted, I'll probably be attacking so fast. I don't think I'm going to necessarily die or anything, but... All right. Well, let's try. I'm gonna end the recording here. I'll start up a new recording, but I'm gonna switch over to a channeling type setup when I come back. All right, I will be back.